Please pause for the moment of silence. Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
As most of you may know, last night we hosted Expo. It was a night full of hard work and creativity, with appearances from elementary through high schools, from delicious entrees to even folk dancing. Reporter Gabe Tinajero went out to see what was happening in our very own dance studio.
What y'all just did, it was folk dancing, right?
Yes, and it's really easy to learn, and she started teaching it from there.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes, like we learned some others, but not a lot.
And so can you demonstrate some like dance moves to us, like how to do the folk dancing?
Like the one we did.
Yeah, like the one we just did.
Sure.
Okay. All right, what do we do first, Jamie?
First we do heel and toe, heel and toe.
Okay, so heel and toe, heel and toe.
And then we grab hands and slide. Slide.
Okay.
And then we go heel and toe, heel and toe, slide.
Okay.
We go right, right, right.
So right.
Left, left, left.
Left.
Both.
Okay, both.
Knees.
And then knees. Okay.
And then we turn around.
Like this?
Going on to next.
Oh, and so then you switch partners.
Yes. And it's like a continuous circle.
What do you like most about it?
That is very easy.
It's very easy. So like, you don't have to be like me, a non-dancer. So, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
That's awesome what these young kids are doing. Also, a quick shout out to our orchestras who on Tuesday and Wednesday went to Byron Nelson to perform in the UIL concert and sight reading evaluation. Every orchestra played with passion and energy, and it really showed on the stage. A congratulations to everyone who went out and performed.
Blood spatter, arson, and footprints, oh my. NHSTV reporter Jay Cruz has the details on a class that is turning Texas teens into meddling kids.
From Scooby-Doo to Dexter, everybody loves a good mystery, and this class at Northwest teaches students how to solve them using science.
This is a class that I would have loved to have been able to take when I was here.
For over 7 years, this class has given students the opportunity to get into the minds of real-life crime scene investigators, with each unit being a new piece of evidence. Fingerprints, blood spatter, handwriting analysis, arson, and firearm analysis, just to name a few. If you're more of a hands-on learner, this is the perfect class for you, as this class specializes in a myriad of labs and experiments to keep students engaged.
One of my favorites is probably the fingerprinting. I really like all the fingerprinting stuff that we do. I like the chicken decomposition lab. That one usually grosses a lot of students out, so I like seeing their reaction from that.
Even if being a crime scene investigator is not on your list of career options, this is still a good class to sharpen your observation and problem-solving skills, all while still having fun. Most importantly, this class is not just about cracking the case wide open. These sleuths in the making are learning to value the truth above all else, and learning how to stand up for those who can no longer speak for themselves. This is Cruz for NHSTV.
Thanks, Jay. Observation doesn't just help you in your future career endeavors, but it also helps our athletes on the field and the court. Shelby, what is coming up for our players?
Well, Kaylee, both soccer teams are up against the Denton Ryan Raiders tonight, while the boys are on the road. The girls will play here at home at 7:15. Make sure to dress in layers as it will be down in the 40s. The track and field team is currently hosting a meet over at the Texan Field. The throwers and some of the runners are already there competing against other schools in our district. After school, you'll be able to catch some of the relay teams before their races. For all you basketball fans out there, it's almost time for March Madness. Get ready to make your brackets and compete against your friends and see how well you can guess the matchups. Selection Sunday will be the 15th, and then the first four will start the following Tuesday and Wednesday. That's all I have for sports today. I'll see you back on Monday for a weekend recap. Now, one of the most iconic sitcoms of the 20th century is making a one-time only comeback, and Disney is changing leadership after a decade and a half. What more do you have to tell us about that, Christian?
Well, Shelby, for fans of the famous 90s sitcom Friends, there is a new special coming out for the show. After being a thing for 25 years, a new episode is coming out this May, which will possibly be called The One Where They All Got Back Together. With HBO Max buying the Friends contract from Netflix, they are set to release all 236 episodes this May, along with the special episode. Members of the cast, though, either wanted to do the special or not, so the pay for each member was $2.5 million. That's a load of cash for a one-off special. Now, to take a sad turn, Disney CEO Bob Iger has resigned. This is the man who saw Disney absorb Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar, and Fox Entertainment. Whether you consider his contributions to entertainment to have had a positive or negative, he will definitely be missed and remembered for the many pieces of cinema that were created under his watch. For the 7 people still watching Walking Dead, the last Sunday saw the mid-season premiere that saw the characters Negan and Daryl premiere. That show premiered fans that episode and the show reminded fans that they only have a few episodes left until they reach the climax of the season in a few weeks. Mitchell will be back next week with your entertainment update. Back to you, anchors.
You know, it's funny, he said only 7 people still watch it. I don't watch it anymore.
Yeah, neither did I. I watched it for like a good 3 couple seasons, I think, and then it just got boring to me and repetitive, so I just stopped.
Yep, after people died, I was done.
Last Monday, we started a 3-part series on what Black History Month means to 3 different generations. Today, we end the series with insight from one of our NHSTV members, Family's History.
Have a great weekend. This has been NHSTV Live.
My name is Ingrid Lackey Richardson. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a grandmother, I am an African American woman. It was my grandmother, when she would go out canvassing, we would walk with her. I remember it so vividly. We went to one house, and the gentleman there, his name was Mr. Whitehead. My grandmother, we knocked on the door, and he came to the door. He was in a wheelchair, and she gave him the card and everything, and he began to cry. Couldn't fathom why would he start crying. She said he's crying because he never thought he would live to see that he would have the right to freely go to the polls and vote. So I remember that just like it was yesterday. I mean, it sticks in my mind, and that is why I say we should not take our right to vote lightly. It does not make any difference who you are, but if you have that right, take advantage of that right to vote. With, like you said, with so much rich heritage in my own family, I just always want to make sure that we continue to recognize what the African Americans have given to this country and to this world. We, as a Black people, have been suppressed. Like I said, back in the 60s, we couldn't go to the same restrooms that the Caucasians went to. And I didn't understand it. But we're all created equal. That's what it's supposed to be. So it means a lot for me, to my children to know, my grandchildren to know, and anybody else, that we need to stick together, that race should not be the key card. The key card should be love, kindness, and peace with each other.